We are live. Yay. First things first. Cheers to the weekend. Okay. So, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am Nina. I will be your host for today. I hope everybody had a good week, a good Valentine's, a good, good vibes, good energy. Okay. So as usual, I'm not going to waste time. I have my notes down here. So I'm just going to keep them here so I stay on topic, hopefully. It's very different. It's very different when I do a live because, I can't edit things out. So I have to make sure I don't just ramble. Okay. So I'm just going to get started. I'm just going to get straight into it. And I'm going to talk about it. All right. So I did do a reaction video, which will be online by the time this goes live. So basically, this is a young lady who is talking about her how different, she was treated based on the different hair color, looks that she went for, or wigs, right? So, and I thought this was actually very appropriate to speak about because obviously I have my level up schedule, the ultimate feminine level up schedule. I still have it up online, and there is a module in there about hair. So I thought this was actually very appropriate while we still have it up online to speak about. If you ladies are experimenting with your hair, you will also kind of have your own experience and perception, maybe, of what kind of hair gives you what kind of treatment. And basically, this lady says that, when she had this color hair and this color hair, this is the kind of treatment that she got. And the first thing for me over here is it's so important to experiment, ladies. Experiment with your hair. That's the point of leveling up, right? It's to do things differently from what you've done them before to see if you get different results. And you will get different results like every time, okay? And you can either figure it out like this lady has on this video, or you can see what other people say works best for them and start there. Whatever it is that you do, if you're going to level up, you're going to go into some sort of experimentation, okay? So be aware of the fact that you're not always going to get treated the same way, as soon as you change your hair. Sometimes the treatment will go up, sometimes it will go down. So I've also obviously been leveling up with you ladies as I shared throughout the whole journey. So when it was hair experimentation time, I really went outside of my comfort zone and I went with my natural hair. Now, I've had a very long journey with my natural hair. I'll just give you a brief summary. I stopped putting relaxers in my hair after high school. And my hair is so thick and coarse that it'll almost immediately go into dreadlocks, right? So I had dreadlocks for a couple of years and they grew, but they never grew past a certain length. And I started to get impatient. So I decided to cut them off. And that's when I decided to kind of experiment with the more straight hair options, but without straightening my own hair. So I would always have natural hair underneath, whether in cornrows or whatever. And then I would, if I put on a weave or if I put on a wig, and then obviously braids and all of that kind of stuff. So my hair has been natural for years, right? And it's just been an on and off relationship of like, do I wear it out? Do I, what do I want to do with it? Every time I wanted to do an afro, it would just lock, you know? And then for the first time in years, even want to say for the first time ever, I actually have my natural afro. And I was so like excited to be able to wear it out. And I won't lie, I was very, very scared because it's been years since I've had my natural hair out like that. But I felt so good and so confident in it that a part of me actually wasn't too fixated on what reactions am I going to get. But yeah, I was aware of certain things. So yes, I got a lot of compliments. I got a lot of compliments from strangers, from people that I know, and everything in between. I got a lot of compliments. And yeah, I felt different because I hadn't worn my hair out like that in a while. So, my whole demeanor was also very like excitable and stuff like that. So I felt very attractive and I did attract a lot of me and stuff like that. So it was great. Compliments, of course. But what I did notice was I wasn't being treated at a certain level. There was a lot of friendliness, but there wasn't a whole lot of professionalism. And I know this is going to sound a little bit stuck up and snobbish, but just bear with me for a minute. When I wear my hair straight like this, right? When I wear a wig or a weave or whatever I choose to put on, and I'm leveled up and everything, if I walk into a bank, I'll be called ma'am. If I get to a restaurant, I'll be given, really nice seating. You know, there'll just be a way that people treat me. It's almost like they have a perception of me of being, someone really important. And we're all important, but we know how society works. We get treated based off of how people perceive us. So I noticed that I'll either be treated very professionally or, very courteously when I'm looking leveled up with straight hair on. Whether it's long or short or whatever, but if it's straight, there's just a certain way that I get treated. Even if I'm wearing something that's more sexy, I will still get treated in a very specific way, right? It's not always when I'm dressed for business. It's also when I'm dressed, cute or, a little bit playful or, showing a little bit of leg or whatever. It's still the same, right? Um, but when I had my natural hair, there was just a bit of a downgrade. And it's almost like I was taken from the, um, you know, uh, business class. I didn't really want to say that. But, and kind of just put like girl next door. And the mams fell away, and there's just like a familiarity that you just don't. It's not even just like you don't get treated the same way, you don't get perceived the same way. Even if you're asking for certain things like basic service, there's almost like an air of why are you being extra. Whereas if you have your straight hair, there's certain things that you don't even ask for, you know. Now, obviously, not everybody is like this. Some people are actually professional. They're able to treat everybody, you know, uh, in a specific way. And just because people are familiar doesn't mean it's degrading or anything like that. But it's just like, for example, if I'm trying to do business with someone and I come with straight hair, they're going to perceive me as very different from if I come with my natural hair. They may kind of see me as more friendly, more approachable, more down to earth with my natural hair. But if I make certain demands, or if I put certain things on the table that are for me, or certain terms, it's going to be more difficult for me to negotiate them, because the whole perception is, but you're down to earth. Why do you need A, B, and C? If you understand where I'm going with this, it's the same with men. When men approach you when you have natural hair, what I've noticed is that they approach you almost with that um, attitude of they're doing you a favor, right? As if whatever they offer you, you should be grateful for, and you should, you know, hold on to it because you're just an average girl. But if you have straight hair, they basically are at your beck and call, and they already know and they are signing up to give you whatever you want. If you ask for certain things with natural hair, it's like, what are you talking about? What are you on about? you know, Honestly. And it's sad. It's not really funny, but it's just that's how it is. That's how it is. And I've really come to a point in my life where I'm not going to stress myself about why is the world like this, and no, we need to educate people. Look, I don't have all of that time. I don't have all of that energy. I just want what I want. So if it means that I go into a store, buy myself a nice wig that's going to make people feel like, oh, we can't disappoint her. She looks too good for her to, be disappointed by me. No, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather just do that and get my way and have fun and do whatever it is that I need to do and keep it pushing. I'd rather do that and um, be able to, be seen as a more valuable employee than, this one over here who comes with her bare face. She may be, breaking her back, but it's just human nature. People kind of give preferential treatment to what they perceive as, attractive and beautiful and easy on the eye and pleasant to look at. And another thing that this woman says on this TikTok is that certain styles got her a lot of compliment from women, which made her feel like, oh, it's safe, which I found very interesting because it's very true. Sometimes when women give you the most compliments, they are subconsciously or consciously trying to condition you to stay in that space, because in that space, yes, you look good, yes, you're leveled up, but you're not so out of league that you're taking all the eyes off of them, right? I do make a video actually about, women reacting to your level up. Sometimes, ladies, we make the mistake of thinking that the compliments we get from ladies translate into men finding us attractive or finding that particular thing attractive. Now, I'm speaking from a perspective of dating right now, okay? So I'm not saying that you have to live for men's validation. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you are leveling up to attract men for dates, then you obviously need to keep them in mind when you're getting dressed. And sometimes what women like is not what men like. In fact, a lot of the times, us as women, what we like and what we're instinctively attracted to is kind of for a man. Now, does that mean you need to go into like super? Let me just get this lighting. Hold on. Okay. Does this mean you need to go into like super revealing mode and show everything? Absolutely not. That's not what men like either. Especially high class men that are trying to, date women that are leveled up, right? Classy men don't like everything out there. Okay. And that's what the level up is about. And that's what I'm sharing on my level up schedule as well. Very specific things that if you are looking to date the kind of men that will take you to nice restaurants, the kind of men that will spoil you, the kind of men that will, if that's what you're looking for, then you have to understand what it is that they are looking for. It's like if you're going to catch fish, you can't bring sushi. Maybe that's a bad example. You can't bring like chocolate cake to catch fish. That's not what they like. That's what you like. They like worms. So you want to catch a fish? Bring them some worms. Then you'll catch a fish. Chocolate cake, I mean, they might be curious, but are they flocking to it? Maybe not. Worms? Yep. So when you get dressed or when you do your hair, you really have to bear that in mind. So check that video out before you invest in a wig, if that's what you're going to do, or if you're going to do a weave, before you invest in them bundles, girl. Check that video out and then just do a little bit of research. I think we really live in an amazing time where you can literally in 5 minutes do some research online to figure out your skin tone, your skin color, what colors will look good, and you already have a starting point, you know. Um, and just go from there. Just go from there. But definitely go and check out my Ultimate Feminine Level Up schedule because I do go into some specific details on how to play with your hair. That being said, happy Friday, ladies. I'm going to love you and leave you over here. Remember to follow me on Instagram. I have linked that in the description below. And you can see what I looked like with my natural hair. I probably still will wear it out a couple of times because it's growing under here, honey. But you can see how cute I looked. Let me know if you think I look cute. I think I look cute. And then you can just kind of see for yourself. Maybe you're able to see what other people see. Do I look different? Do I inspire different kinds of reactions based on the different hair that I have? So go over there and let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.